Live from Detroit, live from Detroit, live from
Pink suits with hats to match, big crocodiles and Cadillacs. You looking for the fattest sacks? This is where it's at. Windows tinted, seats fully reclined. Keep your hands on the burner, cause niggas know that it's money.
Yo, what up, though? It's your man Jay Johnson, aka the tinfoil hat titan, aka the conspiracy realist, aka the technology snob, Steve Jobs Jr. Don't text me with your green bubbles, aka I only debate my equals. Everybody else I teach. Also known as Juice, cause all the hoes say J.U. Ice. Young Caesar, cause you know you can't roam without me. Mr. If you don't like me, fight me. I got kicked out of Noah's Ark cause they couldn't find another animal just like me, aka the West Side T'Challa, the new leader of Wakanda. Don't debate me, debate your mama. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What up?
Yeah. And it's your man Dame going wild. The Pride of PA, High Chief Dame don't fuck around, the West Side landlord, the liquor store legend, the corner store conquistador, your mama's favorite dame, and the David Ruffin of the Shop Talk podcast, because you know who the fuck they came to see. Not you, Otis. It's no better than these 4 letters. Let's go. Episode number 117.
Don't fuck up the feng shui, fam.
I'm just trying to remix.
Welcome back, Shop Talk Podcast, episode 117 on you hoes. And yeah, man, it's been a pretty good week, dog.
Has it?
Yeah.
Fuck happened this week for you?
I mean, I'm still breathing, so I'm still cheesing.
Okay.
You know
I thought it was something specific. I mean, God is still good.
Yeah, I mean, we went to the little media showcase.
Oh yeah, we had the mixer from DetroitRap.com. Shout out to Uncle P for inviting us out.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty dope.
There was some pretty damn good producers in the building that night.
Absolutely. Got to rub shoulders with some folks, get some contact information. I got some good footage, good pictures, good video. Yeah,
V Styles performed, Big Gov. We ran into the Connected Experience, a one half. See my man Gift Reynolds. Did Gift perform?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
You know, Gift everywhere though. Every time I remember, everywhere I go somewhere, he pops up.
Yeah.
At the
he stay in the mix.
Like literally, he pops up everywhere, whatever. And also, man, huge shout out to everybody, man, who came out and supported last week for the 2018 back to school.
Yeah, man.
Give back at Tommy's Barbershop and Lounge, man. It was really, really dope. We gave like 250 or so book bags out. We had free clothes, free food. The bounce house was out there. The haircuts, the hair braids for the young ladies. Dance contest. Raffled off some Pistons tickets.
That's what's up.
Raffled off like a tablet and like a $75 gift certificate or gift card to Foot Locker. It was just a really dope day, man. The community was out there.
Seen the fire department.
Fire department came out there. We had like some local elected officials, people running and came out there. It was just really, really dope, man.
And that's good to send the kids back to school the right way. You know, ain't nothing like being first day fresh.
Yeah, man. So shout out to them, man. The kids had a really good time.
Shout out to Spirit Change, the movement.
Absolutely.
For putting that together. Joy, Mel, Clay, Tommy the Barber.
Yeah, the whole team over there, man. And we just, support whenever we can. And we involve them with what they do because we fuck with them heavy.
And then Verge got a backpack giveaway.
Yeah, shout out to Verge, man. He did his on the 29th, man. He got his shit together. He just was out there grinding, got a lot of donations. He did the shopping and he put the stuff out there, man. Shout out to him. Sierra or CC from the Beauty Basement. She got her and the Seriously Funny podcast, so she got hers coming up as well. It's a lot of people doing a lot of stuff for the kids, man, and I commend that.
Yeah, man, make sure them babies go back to school right. And just beyond the backpack drives are good to get them, ramped up for the school year. But we got to keep an eye on these babies too. You see them walking to school, coming home from school. Just be a good steward of your community and make sure that these young minds get back and forth safely.
Facts.
Because there's a lot of creep-ass motherfuckers out here, and we want to make sure these babies can do what they need to do throughout the school year, have the support that they need. And it's not just a one-day thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to do something mid-school year after Christmas is over because It's great that you got school supplies to start the school year, but school year long as hell.
Yeah, it is.
And the eraser on that pencil gonna get eaten down pretty quickly. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important for us to be able to be there.
Provide that continuous support to these
for
kids.
long term support. So I think that's important.
You're fucking up the feng shui of your outfit.
Yeah, I know, man, but I need to hear.
Oh, okay.
I need to hear. I need to hear with the headphones.
That polo hat came off real quick.
Hey, man, catch me in the streets this weekend because I'm gonna wear this tomorrow.
Then we gotta go see. We gotta go see Shawnee tomorrow.
Oh well, shit. Now I might go buy something new. You know,
I mean,
be out in public and shit.
Nobody will see you. Between today and tomorrow, you can repeat the outfit. Only I know.
Definitely wearing these shorts. Shout out to Nike. What else, man? There was something else. Oh, so look, man. So I got an idea, man, of something I've been trying to do, or I want to do for a while, and I've been reaching out to a bunch of my barber friends, because I know a lot of people that own barbershops.
We going back on the world tour?
That is too, but this is more important. I want to reach out to the homeless gentlemen that are out throughout the streets, and I want to pull up and just give everybody some haircuts, because that changes
Changes your whole swagger.
Your whole swagger, who you are. I mean, even if it is going to be feeling good for that one day or whatever, I just want to take a whole bunch of the cold Detroit barbers, get them running around, everybody in a van. We pull up and just get out and give people haircuts and change their life just for that day, a week, 3 days while you're looking crispy. Who knows the last time these guys had a haircut? Yeah. Maybe that inspires them to, oh shit, I can go get me anything.
Yeah, go get me a job. Go try.
But I know how I feel when I get a haircut.
Man,
I literally feel like a new person.
When I get out the barber chair on Saturday afternoon and I got to clean, my beard lined up, my head smooth and shaved, like I can go conquer the world and somebody's mother.
I think we here to serve others. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I think I can provide some sort of assistance, whether it's just for a day, minute, hour, for a short, brief time, I'm gonna try to do whatever I can do.
We got to reach back out to Jackie because it's getting that time of the year. We went to the Warming Center. Hopefully she has something else planned, or maybe we could collab with her and make something like that happen.
Yeah, we do the Spare Change have a event around that same time, so I'm trying to get my hands
philanthropic efforts all throughout the shop.
Yeah, I'm trying to have my hands in everything I can possibly do, because the day that I get the bag, they gonna try to take me out the game.
Hey man, God done been good to us. Done blessed us both. Yeah, health. We got a strong, growing brand and business. Got an employee now. Shout out to Sheik.
What up, though?
So I mean, we growing. So I mean, we got to get back.
Yeah. All right, man.
Let's get into the week.
Yeah, man. What's going on, man?
First thing we should touch on is the burial of the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin.
Yes.
Because it was local here, home in Detroit.
It was international here.
Yeah. Because everybody that meant something besides the Obamas was on 7 Mile.
Facts.
Bill Clinton. I saw Lauryn Hill, Big Sean, Messy Jesse.
Fuck that nigga.
Al Sharpton.
Fuck that nigga.
The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah. He was sitting right next to Michael Eric Dyson, who was sitting next to, you smoke crack, don't you? Tavis.
Not Tavis.
Not Tavis, but Greg.
Judge Greg Mathis.
Judge Greg Mathis. I don't know about calling nigga. That nigga do look like Tavis Smiley.
Yeah,
shit,
they could be. They probably cousins.
Bring back Tavis Smiley. I hate how they ran that.
I saw Donnie Simpson.
Yeah.
In the audience.
Cicely Tyson was up there.
Man, Cicely Tyson looked good for a 90-year-old woman.
Man, she just look good in general. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna tell her. She can stay up there till next week if she want. Who gonna tell her to sit down?
Ronald Isley got up there saying, Shaka Khan.
Fantasia, man, I love me some Fantasia.
I
dog.
do too.
Like,
I do too.
I love me some Fantasia. Dog.
She seemed like one of your homegirls.
Like I wanted to hang out with her. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm
I wanted
perfectly
to
cool
go
with
to
that
the
idea.
shop, like, and kick it. Like not even on some like I want to record this shit, but like I just want to kick it with some people.
Have some drinks.
Yeah,
some good conversation.
So I'm putting this shit in the atmosphere. Did I tell you I had who asked me this? I think SJ asked me like who was on my bucket list of like interviews, because they've been knocking shit off their bucket list.
Yeah, they have.
Shout out to them.
They have
on the bootleg episode.
Yeah, Dayton family.
You know what I'm saying? They've been knocking shit off their bucket list. with the Esham interview with the
Jay Prince
with the bootleg. So shout out to the Connected Experience. If you don't listen, they drop a new episode every Tuesday, and it's actually one of my favorite podcasts. Actually,
yeah, and not just because they're the homies. Like they have a very consistent.
I mean, there's a lot of people that record here that I don't listen to, other than me sitting in there. But,
yeah.
I like the episodes. I listen to them more than once sometimes, or I just forward it to different people who I think like, oh, I know you fuck with this person. So shout out to them. But my bucket list of people that I want to interview, it's a hefty list, right? Lofty goals, but I kind of feel if I can get one-on-one with these people, they would say yes. Like I want to sit down. I want to sit down with Dave Chappelle.
Oh, that would be great.
You know what I'm saying? Like Dave, like the type of nigga that my random ass he'll sit down with versus whoever the most popular. I want to interview Dave Chappelle. I want to have a conversation with Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
I want to have a conversation with Mos Def.
I'm not as interested in that one, but okay.
Mos Def is one of my favorite people of all time.
Fair enough. I mean, we may have different. My bucket list probably sounds a little different than yours.
I want to sit down with Mike Tyson. Like I really want to have the conversation with Mike Tyson. I love Mike Tyson, dog. Like
that'd be good.
Mike Tyson, and I want to sit my number one list on my list. I want to sit down with the Honorable Louis Farrakhan.
That is absolutely at the top of my list. Yeah, I would just love to sit with Farrakhan and just listen to him. Yeah, in a that's intimate setting. Yeah, because he gonna talk and we're gonna say yes, and he gonna keep talking.
I'll be perfectly honest, man. It's didn't almost happen like 2 different times.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I want to sit down with the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, and I also want to sit down with Michael Eric Dyson. So like them 5 folk, like that's who. Like I'll be okay if I can sit down with those folks.
That's a good list for me. I mean, we right on task. 2 of them, Dr. Michael Eric Dyson and Farrakhan. I definitely want to sit down and talk to. I don't care what nobody say, man. I feel like I'm gonna get the opportunity to sit down one-on-one with Oprah, and I want to pick her brain.
I wouldn't mind talking with Oprah. Because I would talk to her about me not always being a fan of hers, and like the different perceptions that people go through in stars. Where people, it'll be like a whole fucking YouTube documentaries about people like, oh, this nigga is evil. This like, fam, you don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you deal with certain shit? Like when you hear, like, if a nigga is convinced that you're an Illuminati, right? Say me and you get a deal with fucking Revolt, right?
Mm-hmm. Soon come.
You know what I'm saying? And they be like, oh, these niggas in sold, they sold. And then fucking expose piece come out like, see, when Jay was like, when he put his hands this way.
That was him throwing up the Illuminati hand signal.
Like when you be looking at that shit, you could convince yourself that this shit true. But when you hear some shit about yourself that you know was 100% false, you be feeling like, nah, I know how these niggas be feeling.
Oprah is so rich. She half that bullshit don't even touch her ears.
Why you think that though? These motherfuckers.
Nigga, did you ever see that interview when it was her and Ellen and she talked about she hadn't been inside of a bank since 89?
I don't go in banks. I mean, besides the one I work at.
Like she took $1 million check to the bank just to see how it was to go back inside. Nigga, I want to be that out of touch with shit because I'm that rich.
My Bank of America account, I set that shit up online. I've never been in that bitch. Nigga send me a debit card, the whole 9 yards. Nigga, I may not be who I say I am. Like
you just sent them $50. They sent you a debit card.
Nigga, I went online one day when I was at work, and just to see if I can do it. And I got a fucking account. I mean, that's what our business account had. Like, okay. I wanted to see if I could do this shit. I'm like, oh, that's how it works. And I've never been in that bitch.
They make it real convenient. Who else would I want to talk to? You said Farrakhan, Michael Eric Dyson, Oprah. If there's any athlete that I want to talk to, man, I can't even, like, I want to talk to, like, one of the greatest shit talkers of all time. Somebody like Primetime.
Oh, shit. I would love to kick it with fucking
Primetime or Shannon.
Yeah.
Skip.
Come on, Skip.
Because
I fucking listen, dog. Shannon get on my fucking nerves now. Now I can't stand the nigga, dog.
I love Shannon Sharp. But
because he got to let go of LeBron nuts, dog. No matter what the conversation is, he gonna find a way to suck LeBron off. No matter what.
He is the GOAT, though. Of this generation of athletes.
Look, man, I wouldn't mind sitting down with Primetime. He's one of my favorite.
Yeah. Prime. And man, this is just a personal favorite because I am in love with her.
And Jalen Rose.
Oh yeah, Jalen for sure. Because he's Andy from the.
I've asked Jalen like 4 times. He's probably never seen the message, but I tweet him often.
Yeah,
and send him DMs often. Like, hey, nigga.
Andy from the D, but cash doll.
Okay.
I want to have a one-on-one conversation with her.
That's what's up.
I just want you to close the door and leave the camera on.
You gonna be silent? you gonna be silent like you was with
No!
Delicious? Nigga?
Hey man, Delicious is beautiful. It like
Cash doll pretty attractive.
I don't have no shit to talk about my interaction with Delicious. I was completely, utterly done, nigga. I looked into Medusa's eyes. I was glamored. I couldn't do shit but drool and smile.
Yeah,
and she smells amazing.
It's like so in this is we in studio 1, but in the other studio I'm redoing it how it in there.
Yeah.
And throw some couches and shit in there and make it a more relaxed environment. So depending on who we sit down with, I want to have an actual conversation instead of them sitting up at a table with mics in their face. I want them to be relaxed.
Yeah,
so
just
we
kick it with us.
have 2 different vibes in here.
Yeah, but going back to Aretha's funeral, number one, this thing lasted a full third shift.
It was
of
over.
J-Nap.
Yeah, it was like I was at my pop's crib kicking with him, and it was like 5:30, and it was still on.
Yeah.
I'm like, fam, that's a whole shift. Like, I love her, and I love the Lord, and all that church shit too. But I am
All that church what?
all that church shit too. But ain't no way in hell I'm sitting up in nobody's church for 8 hours, fam. I can't do it.
Hey man, that food at the repast better be amazing. It better be fucking amazing.
I seen a video of Tyler Perry at the funeral saying, "Bitch, what? Bitch, what?" Like, he said it like twice. Like you didn't hear it, but you seen him mouthing it. And
Okay.
his facial expression and what his mouth was saying, he was like, "Bitch, what?" I'm like, what is going on here, dog?
I mean, he did do Medea at the pulpit.
Why is it? I wonder what's the circumstance where Tyler Perry at a funeral would say, "Bitch, what?" twice.
Ariana Grande singing "Natural Woman" would probably be one of them.
Hey, Ariana Grande can sing her fucking ass off.
She can, but I thought like when I saw
I didn't listen to it.
when I saw Fantasia and Jennifer Hudson on the "We're Gonna Sing," I would feel like I would rather hear Jennifer Hudson sing "Natural Woman" because I'm sure she gonna bring the house down.
Ariana Grande little ass because she's very tiny.
She is.
I don't understand how that monstrous voice fits inside that body. She has amazing.
No,
voice.
I'm not knocking to say that she can't sing. I would have just preferred to see somebody else sing that song. That's all. But I mean, it was an incredible service, well thought out. She had, everybody like people showed up for the Queen. You know what I'm saying? And I think it speaks to her impact.
Think about this.
In life.
She shut down the television for 8 hours. No news, no talk shows.
And she shut 7 Mile down for 2 days.
7 Mile, from Lasser to Telegraph, shut the fuck down.
This done.
With 150 pink Cadillacs outside.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
There was 150 pink Cadillacs in the state of Michigan.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So she shut this shit down like the Queen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was given the respect that she deserves.
So shout out to her.
It's an incredible send-off.
And Shane Park is now going to be named Aretha Franklin Park.
Okay, tell us how you really feel about it, because we had a conversation offline.
I think that they should build her own park and name it the Aretha Franklin Park. I don't think Shane Park is Shane Park.
It's Shane Park to us. 10 years from now, when my son is taking his wife to Shane Park, they won't even refer it. It'll be, we're going down to the Aretha tonight. We're going to see Erykah Badu down at the Aretha.
Yeah, I think they should build her own park. They supposed to be building a new beach or some shit around here or something around
in Detroit,
like around downtown Riverfront area. They're building something new down there. Name that whatever brand new. Name that shit Aretha Franklin Park. Don't give her no old shit.
I mean,
but it's be something else.
It's a performance venue that means a lot to the city. I mean,
does.
Coleman built up the Shane Park.
Got you. So let her have her own legacy. We don't want. I don't want the. She can have her own shit.
Like the Joe Louis Arena,
She a diva. She don't want no old shit that renamed after her. She changed her outfits in her casket 3 times.
Hey yo, that's what you call open casket sharp. Who did that body? Swanson's.
Nigga, she changed that shit 3 times, fam.
Swanson price is finna be high as giraffe pussy.
Nigga, you see all this promo I got? Shit.
Some of y'all niggas don't change 3 times in a week.
Facts. So yeah, man. So that was that. Man, this is slow, horrible transition. There was a tragedy in this week at a Madden tournament.
Oh man, that's terrible. Terrible. He killed 2 people in the Madden tournament.
And like shot like
and
9.
killed him. Well, he didn't kill himself, but he should
like
have.
9 people were injured. I watched the little video and audio. That shit was wild, fam.
Yeah, it is. It's another unfortunate event, and then he's pleading insane, so he won't have to stand trial.
Like, this wasn't a nigga that was going there like, I'm gonna cause terror and I want to fuck some shit up. This nigga was mad that he lost.
Yeah. Nigga beat me, and now I want to shoot some shit up.
Yeah, that's wild.
It is.
Like,
that just proves how many unstable people that there are walking around every day. Like, we just don't never know how tight people is fucking wrapped and what's going to make them snap. This is stupid. It's a fucking game. It is a game.
I don't play games.
That comes out every fucking year.
I don't play this shit no more. Like, I stopped having time. I sold all my shit. It's been last Madden I bought had Dante Culpepper on the front.
Oh, man.
Bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Last Madden I bought was like 16 because I found it at I found the shit at like Family Dollar for $8 on PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So I found that in like NBA 2K16. Same shit. So I mean,
low key, I sold my
nigga, you sold that shit when we first started. Like the podcast was really popping.
Yeah, cause I sold that shit and bought some equipment. One of these mics came from
came from your PlayStation.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, but I don't mess with the game and shit no more. Cause y'all niggas kind of crazy, and I be seeing how it impacts my nephews and my nieces. Like y'all niggas is like on some drugs.
Like when I can understand like when you younger, like I got young sons, a teenage son and a preteen. So I mean like this is they shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they go in the basement and they go heavy on them video games, and I'm cool with that. They play online or whatever. I just ain't got the time to dedicate to be good as fuck. Like when I was a kid, when I was in high school, and I'd get out of school, I could play 6-7 hours a day. Like nigga, I ain't got 7 hours to play in a week for fucking Madden.
So I was never good at Madden. Period.
I've always been nice.
I was never good at Madden. You put me on some live or any kind of fighting game or shooting game, I'm good. I'm always gonna be nice.
No, I can't fuck with them when it comes to shit like Call of Duty. Like they gonna watch me.
I'm good in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like on Christmas breakfast, you know what I'm saying? The nephews and shit, the niggas still on like the Street Fighter shit. They give me the sticks, I whoop ass.
Oh yeah, I'll whoop your ass in some Street Fighter.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the control's been the same for about 20 years.
I ain't played in a while, but nephew, come get this work. You know what I'm saying? I'm handing out work.
You know who to pick.
Also, I'm just not gonna let one of you little niggas think that you better than me in nothing. Like in life, I'm better than you in everything.
When I play my sons, I try to punish them.
Yeah.
Like blowout, I try and break their spirit.
But with this Madden shooting and shit, I'm a strong proponent for the Second Amendment. And I just think that there should not, this sounds so counterintuitive, right? But I just think that niggas should just carry their straps on them. And when a nigga get going crazy and think he want to shoot some shit up,
There should be another nigga with a strap shooting shit up.
Like when a nigga can shoot and have no fear of bullets coming back at him, he is able to do wild shit. But if a nigga think a bullet is gonna come back at him, he not gonna act the same. No, that's true. Why you pull guns on people, because when a gun is pointed at you, you act differently because I might get shot. When you go to an area where don't nobody got a gun, like you the fucking man, who gonna touch you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just, the playing field should be level. That don't mean I want like a giant fucking shootout or that I think that every person who carries a gun should actively be involved in the shootout. What I'm saying is, if you the type...
Make the threat of danger a little bit different.
If you the type that carry and you comfortable carrying, I think it just should be fine for me to carry no matter where the fuck I'm at, legally.
Okay. Well, that's one way to look at it. Yeah. It's still a tragic event. It doesn't bring the lives back that are lost over a fucking video game. It's unfortunate that this young man may be able to plead out insanity. I feel like he should
Somebody
go to prison.
Somebody pled insanity for another shooting this week. One of them white boys that shot up the black people.
I hope that you go to a prison that's 90% black and you get ass raped.
It's gonna happen.
Every day.
I'll look for. I bring it up online. I'll find it. But one of these niggas who did one of these mass shootings last year, he not competent to stand trial now.
Dylan Roof, I think that's.
No, that ain't him.
Okay.
But either way,
fuck them either way it goes. It's unfortunate. It's another tragedy. Lives lost senselessly over nothing. Like, people are really out here killing each other heavy.
Yeah. Over
absolutely nothing. We lost, I don't think we spoke about it, but I mean, we lost another local rapper here in Detroit. Mm-hmm. Team Eastside Snoop, over absolutely nothing. Another young nigga just trying to come up off of his talent and was viciously murdered in, close to the same hood he grew up in. It's a hating ass mentality. It's an ugly fucking spirit that's following you, like, because you want to kill somebody because they doing better, they got something that you ain't got. Like, you step your hustle up. Like, don't count another man's pockets. Don't be envious at the fact that he worked harder, got on his grind, did what he had to do to get his money up, and you didn't. I even lost somebody I knew, this week or last week, firefighter Jack Wiley. Lost, killed by, some young men in his neighborhood that, wanted the things that he had. You know what I'm saying? And I know his family very well. Me and his brother went to high school together. So it's unfortunate to see, a young man that was doing so much positive for young people, positive in his neighborhood, just killed in cold blood and killed senselessly.
Like, we was kind of talking before the mics was on, and this was like so cliche and so redundant, which was like, no, we gotta stop killing each other.
Yeah, we do. It's just that plain and simple.
Like, we gotta stop killing each other.
Why is life so devalued where you think you can just take mine?
Like, cause I don't know if I said
take someone else's.
I said this shit before, but like, oftentimes I didn't always have the best grasp of my temper, right?
Yeah.
But oftentimes I just be thinking, like, Monday morning at 9 a.m. when I'm getting arraigned and I say this shit out loud, how is it gonna sound? Yes, Your Honor, I shot the club up after he stepped on my Jordan 1s. Like, you know what I'm saying? You realize how fucking crazy this shit sounds? The nigga, he looked at your girlfriend, so you shot him? Like, that sounds fucking insane.
Yeah.
But when you in the moment and
you killed this man for gym shoes and a television?
Like, really?
Yeah.
What you gonna do with these shoes and this TV?
Nothing.
What you gonna sell it for?
Nothing. You can't do shit with it.
You just want a TV? Like, really?
Yeah.
That shit be wild, fam. Like,
when you break it down to the simplest form, it's absolutely crazy. But, God bless these young lives lost. Nothing but prayers up for them and their families.
Yeah, man. Before we get into the topic, there's two other things I did want to speak on. Two and a half, three. Did you catch? I said I wasn't gonna watch it, but I ended up watching it anyway. Did you watch LeBron show on HBO?
No, I ain't got HBO right now. Shout out to Kamikaze because my cable's off until these arrangements hit in the morning.
Oh, okay.
I'm one of them. If I can make payment arrangements on it, well, fuck it, I don't care. My shit'll be back on tomorrow, and once the cable's reactivated, I add on HBO and I'll check it the fuck out.
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna check it out because it's called The Shop or some shit like that.
Hey, can't sue us. We own our shit.
Because he think he owned the term The Shop or Shop Talk, like everything associated. Like, he think he tried to sue Urban Meyer and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when he dropped that shit, like, shout out to everybody who fuck with us, but it's like somebody sent me the article. I got sent the article like 6 different times.
I did too.
Because he thinks he owns. So I was like, fuck this nigga.
Somebody else thought they could own Shop Talk and muscle us out of some shit.
Yeah.
Got that good cease and desist. And shut the fuck up.
But anyway, I watched it anyway. And LeBron's not that bad of a person, dog.
No.
Like, in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in here.
People literally hate his greatness on a basketball court.
No, that's not it. Like,
what do you think it is?
I was sitting in on a podcast last night in here, and they was talking about sports and LeBron, It's that like I be forced to argue against LeBron so much it appears that I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Because like you say LeBron better than Kobe, then I'm gonna give you a bunch of reasons why I don't think that is, and I'm forced to say negative shit about you just because I'm trying to win his argument. Like I don't dislike the nigga, I just don't like this one particular point. So you spend so much time arguing with his fans, it seems like you hate the nigga, and I don't. You know what I'm saying? But LeBron cusses just as much as I cuss. I noticed that watching that shit. I'm like, damn, I gotta stop cussing because LeBron was cussing like a motherfucker. And
I mean, he a young black man.
I felt
just
good,
like us,
but it felt good hearing the nigga say nigga and shit and damn, and it was this one little quote, one little piece. You're like, man, I ain't fucking white people. Not
that they just chopped that piece up because I saw that whole conversation about when he was going to high school, and that was his initial thought that he wasn't fucking with white people.
Low key, that was what made me watch the whole thing. I'm like, let me see this whole shit content. But it did what a good trailer should do: pull you in to want to watch it. Yeah, so I thought it was pretty good, man. He still don't own fucking Shop Talk podcast around this motherfucker.
No, the fuck you don't.
And but it is what it is. I thought that was cool.
This new Eminem album dropped in the middle of the night. Did you fuck with it?
I did.
What you think?
I thought that Eminem was spazzing the fuck out on the first track on that bitch. Like I had no expectations, so I was impressed. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's 13 songs on there?
Yeah.
I fuck with a good 7 or 8 of them. That's a lot.
That's more than half the album.
I haven't liked the Eminem project since 2002.
Yeah. I mean, I'll just throw it out there. My music pick of the week was off this Eminem album, Kamikaze. Lucky You, Eminem and Joyner Lucas. Joyner can spit. He's got the gift.
Facts.
He's got the gift.
And
maybe Joyner gets signed to Shady.
Why?
I don't know, man. Dr. Dre's still around cooking up beats.
Is he?
Yeah, nigga.
Why? Who want a Dre beat?
Nigga, if you were blessed with a brand new Dr. Dre beat, you wouldn't try to rap on that shit?
Probably not.
Well, fuck you. I'm going to try and
what's the last Dre beat that you heard?
No, we're not going to do this.
I'm asking you, what's the last Dre beat that you heard? Can you think of one?
He just did a whole album like 3 years ago. Those are all Dre beats.
Do you remember any of them songs?
Yeah, All Falls on Me off Compton. That's like one of my favorite songs on there.
Congratulations.
I'm the master of useless information. We will not play this game.
Because that album, when the day it dropped, niggas was sucking the album like it was the greatest thing, like the heavens and sweet nectars and the manna of the angels came down.
It was good for me for about a week.
And then everybody stopped listening to that shit. Like it was like, all right.
It came and went. But that's how music is nowadays. It's not a lot of long standing.
Not with me. It's some shit I just listen to.
Yeah, it's some shit that you listen to. But I mean, we get so much music now that we don't hold it to the same value. Like your favorite rapper used to only drop maybe once every couple years, which but now with niggas putting out mixtapes, unofficial projects, you get saturated with a lot more music. I love Currency. Currency putting out 6-7 projects in a year.
I don't want that much music. And like Currency is cool for the vibe, but like I don't want to hear you rap that long.
I like Spitter.
And I like him. He like a cool person. Like his whole vibe. Like I don't want to hear 19 albums from you though, fam. Like I just don't. At some point, that shit sound exactly the same to me. It sound like smoking music, and that's fine. But I don't want to hear.
You don't
19,
smoke, I do. So I mean, I
don't want to hear 19 albums.
I mean, he puts out a lot of quality. He puts out a lot of quality content.
I'm not knocking it. I just don't listen to it a lot.
Okay. Well, what you feel about the new Eminem?
I thought the shit was dope, and I'm not like a giant. I've been listening to Eminem all week though. Like I've been listening to the Slim Shady LP and Martha's Mather LP. Like I've been listening to Eminem all week, and randomly he drops this shit. It's interesting.
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. I'm with you that I haven't felt like really positive about an Eminem album since like the mid 2000s.
Throwing shots at Joe Buttons. No, fuck throwing shots. He did
some directly.
He was throwing a lot of shots subliminally, and then he just finally came out on the title track Kamikaze and like Buttons, I'll fasten you up. Like the weakest Joe Button metaphor. Like we've all heard that. Everybody who dissed Joe Buttons have used that metaphor.
It's before. A love tap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not trying to incite a riot. I just want you to know that I heard you. I smacked you up against the back of your head, and we done with it.
But was Joe wrong?
No.
Because I don't want to hear Eminem talking. I don't want to hear Eminem 23 years into his career talking about some black and white issues now, like on some black power shit. No, that's not where I come for you.
Because Joe didn't do anything wrong. He gave his opinion that he's a media personality now. He gave his media opinion of an album.
He was bullied into giving his opinion too. Because they've been asking him about Eminem for years. And he will always he would never say nothing
around it.
And they be like, "Oh, you media now, you Hollywood, How?" So he finally was like, "All right, fuck it. Look, I didn't like this album." And then he got crucified.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with saying that you don't like some shit. Like, when did not liking something become hating?
Yeah.
I just don't like it.
It's interesting that you bring that up because that's going to be one of our main points.
Yeah, like, just because I give my honest opinion that it's some music that ain't for me. I don't like Lil Yachty. Now, there's a segment of people that enjoy that type of rap music. I'm not one of them niggas.
I'll give you an opinion that many people don't agree with.
What's that?
This on the list, Mook versus Verb, right?
Okay.
I think Mook has lost arguably all his battles, except two. No, except three.
All of them.
Except three.
Which ones do you think he won?
Iron Solomon.
Okay.
Young Hot. You've never heard of him before or after.
Yeah.
And Lux.
Okay.
Then that's it. I thought he lost to Jay Mills. I thought he lost clearly to Party Artie.
Yeah.
I thought he lost to Sirius Jones. And I thought he lost to Lux the first time. And I think he just lost to Verb.
I feel like he lost to Aye Verb 2-1.
But for some reason, people were talking about he's undefeated and he's never lost a round. Like, nigga, I know 4 battles you lost. Like, you did not. I watched the Party Artie joint. I watched that shit all the time. When you was in diapers, I was in Rikers. Like, that nigga, Mookie, your bars is whack and your lingo. Like,
yeah.
Party, like, grown man bullied that nigga for 5 rounds. Mook always raps longer, and he never had no haymaker like, oh, nigga, that shit was crazy.
He just raps a lot.
Yeah, like, I thought Lux killed him the first time.
You know who else I feel like does like more physical battles, and maybe you can probably get what I'm saying, like any Detroit rappers. When you see like niggas like Quest, Calico, Marv One, the way they maneuver around their opponents it can be intimidating and physical.
Shout out to X Factor. He was in the studio this week.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
He making a comeback?
We battled on Gnome 8. They just ain't dropped it. If the Mook versus Verb battle didn't drop last Monday when it did, it would have dropped then.
Okay.
But Smack didn't. I mean, you can't
go up against with that.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I love to we still want to get our Detroit battle rappers in here. We had City.
Yep.
Shout out to City for falling through. I still want to get Marv and Quest in here. I'm putting it out in the atmosphere. It's like the same thing with J Rose. Like, I've talked to Marv back and forth on Instagram several times. We just ain't never been able to make the dots connect.
Yeah, but
soon come.
It's perfectly fine to have an opinion on something. I don't think Mook is that good. Nah, he got some shit that be straight, but he like, oh, it went over your head. No, it didn't.
Nah, because I can understand. I comprehend very well.
Very well. The shit was just it was a reach, and it was kind of weak.
Yeah.
But final thing before we jump into the topic, you take a listen to the Kanye West interview.
I did.
What'd you think?
First of all, Kanye actually sounded sober and like he was talking with a clear mind, which we haven't heard from him in quite a long time. I like the fact that he went back home to Chicago and had this interview. I like the fact that he's fucking with his old management because he sees that what he was doing previously just wasn't working. And, you know, I like the fact that nigga apologized and talked back some of that bullshit he was talking previously about slavery being...
He didn't talk it back. He explained it. He didn't talk it. He
apologized to that slavery shit.
He apologized how you felt about it. He didn't say, I'm sorry for saying it. He said, I'm sorry how it came off. And he explained it more in depth. And like, I can't argue with the way you're thinking. Like, you explain your way of thought and what you thought you was doing.
I ain't got to like it. I ain't got to agree with it.
Yeah. I didn't like the interviewers on this joint. Kendra G, you know, she a big thing out there in Chicago and all them. I didn't like the morning show and how they interacted with him at all, to be perfectly honest. And I felt like they was really, really happy to have Kanye West on their show. And they tried to get like some sound bites and shit like that. Example number one. Kanye says he has been diagnosed because he's with bipolar. And bipolar and he's schizophrenic or some shit like that. He like literally just said that and said, I haven't taken my medicine in 5 months and I'm this sober. And then Kendrick G, so you do have mental health issues. Like, why'd you just say that? Like, I literally just told you that. I literally just told you specifically what I have. So you do got mental health issues. And he stopped he kind of stopped and caught himself like, fuck is you doing? Like, yeah. Like, I didn't like that.
Yeah. I
didn't like how they kept referencing you got taken by the Kardashians and now you back home. That's not your real family. We your real family. Fam, that's disrespectful. That's his wife. Like, hate it or love it, Kim is his wife. They got 3 children right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, no, that's his wife. Don't tell that man that it felt like you back with your real family. Nigga, no, this is my actual family.
The one that I created.
Like, this is my wife. You don't got to like her. You know what I'm saying? He even broke down like, I think the reason that she's so sane and how she deals with the media and everything like that, because she always has her entire family with her. Like, they go through that shit together.
I didn't think about it like that.
And he said, she has her entire family with her. So she always got her backbone, her support with her. Like me, I'm out here fucked up because Don C not with me no more. These people not here with me. I don't feel like I got the right backing behind me. And
he did say he went and got it back.
Yeah. And he felt like I'm going through my mental health issues, and I don't think that y'all should be attacking me the way that y'all attack. Essentially, he was like, listen, y'all niggas attacking me, and y'all know I'm crazy. For lack of a better term. That's you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know
I got to be politically correct.
Y'all know I'm crazy, and y'all still attacking me. Drake, I thought you was wrong. Like, you know I'm out here fucked up.
And I did see the part where they was, like, trying to pull him into that whole Drake
like
Pusha T conversation.
So is you the one that told him, like, look, nigga, I'm Kanye fucking West. I don't got time to be talking about who baby mama is. He was like, no, I didn't tell him that. You know what I'm saying? You keep trying to pull me back into this bullshit. No, nigga, I'm going through my shit. If you got a problem with me, I think you should call me and you should text me instead of sending me purple demon emoji faces. That was a thing. He said Drake was sending him the purple demon emoji text. Drake, don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, man.
But, like, you know what I'm
saying?
saying?
If that ain't some light-skinned nigga shit. Speaking... The pot calling the kettle a nigga.
Pot be kettle.
But if that ain't some light-skinned nigga shit.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, he was basically saying that shit, and he was like, he talked about him in Rhyme Fest. Like, look, essentially, he was like, look, man, I love everybody. And they was like, so we don't like you because you supporting Trump. And he kind of was saying, like, look, it's not that I'm supporting Trump. It's that I'm trying to tell you that I love everybody. Like, so by default, yeah. So when you ask me this question directly, and a lot of times they ask him a question, he would sit there for like a long period of time and not say nothing, which I liked. And I liked that they didn't jump and answer anything, but he'll sit there, it'd be like 30 seconds. And then he'll answer.
You got to gather your thoughts and make sure you get the right answer. I mean, because he's been giving us a lot of off-the-cuff shit, and it's presented him in a different light. I hope that Kanye is back to whatever semblance of normal that is for him. I hope we get another incredible Kanye West album. I'm a fan. Like, I've been disappointed with his music as of late because I want something more from him.
Like, remember when that MAGA hat and all that shit first came out, like, I got on here and I killed the nigga. And then, like, the next week I was like, I don't think he's well. You know what I'm saying? Like, so now I feel differently about it. And then this just confirmed it. Like, he not well. He wasn't well. And I got weird ass thoughts that I can't get out correctly. That sometimes I try to express them on the podcast, whatever. It may come out halfway good, halfway. Like, I got one of the shit that if I don't say it correctly, niggas gonna look at me like, what's wrong with you?
And let me say something just wholeheartedly that I honestly feel. When you lose your mother, when you lose that part of you, it changes something in you. You understand? I mean, me and you have gone through it personally, and I can just speak for myself. It changed something in me.
Yeah.
I ain't the same no more than when I had my mother here in life.
Man.
To talk to deal with, to bounce shit off of. Like, once you lose
if that was your rock, if that was your place that gets you centered, who centers you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just got left from talking to my pops. You know, my parents would be 40th anniversary is this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? It's a hard time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who centered my father.
Yeah.
That's who centered me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can only imagine what he going through with all this other stuff.
And to be in the spotlight and have to also deal with that alone.
Yeah. And for him to feel responsible for it.
Yeah.
Because the surgery the complications that ultimately played
paid
a role
for.
in, you know what I'm saying? So he dealt with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But
hopefully, you know, we get a clean, safe, sane Kanye back, and I get great Kanye West albums.
I enjoyed the interview. I thought he handled himself well in the interview. I did not like the interviewers. I don't like that you think that your opinion is absolute, and because you think of it a certain way, it's that way, period. And that's just not fair.
Yeah.
My thoughts and opinions are not absolute. You got to make room for other people to think differently than you.
And there's nothing wrong with having an independent thought, which leads us into our topic for today.
Yes. Now, our topic for today is it was stolen.
No, it wasn't stolen. It was gifted to us.
Yeah, it was gifted. A young lady I follow on the socials. Very intrigued by this young lady, by the way. And I'm like, I'm going to talk about this. And it says, why is it difficult to have honest, transparent conversations?
Okay.
And there's a couple bullet points that we're going to go over. But just in general, like, what do you think?
Because people are scared to give how they feel truthfully to other people. I don't think we all have an idea of how we want things to go.
Yeah.
You know, you got a scenario played out in your head of when I do this, this is going to happen. This is my fairy tale and perfect ending. This is how I would like it to happen. But everybody's different. You know, life doesn't come with a script. I'm not going to respond to something in the way that you have it envisioned in your head.
Right.
You know, people try and tiptoe around upsetting other people. They want to be people pleasers. They want to make everyone happy. And when you come into it with a sense of conflict, a difference of opinion often causes conflict.
Why do you think that is? And the reason I say that is
because we be stuck on our own bullshit.
Like, we kind of like avoid conflict, right?
In certain situations, I avoid conflict.
But humans are like some violent, conflict-driven people.
Nothing in the history of America has been resolved without conflict. Nothing.
I mean, like humans.
And typically violence involved as well.
Humans, we a parasite. Like on some technical shit. Like, we destroy everything.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
we are destroying planet Earth as we speak.
And we get here, we multiply, and like we destroy shit. Like, we don't, you know what I'm saying? But like, I wonder, what is it about? Is in our core, in our being, do we really want peace though? Because it was, I think that's what it is.
In our core, in our being, we want what we want, and we want it to look the way that we want it to look and feel the way that we want it to feel. Everybody has their own separate agenda, feelings, thoughts. Now, some things may align and be similar to one another, but we all have a different view of how we want to live our life, how we want our jobs to be, how we want our children to be, how we want our spouse to be. And typically, life never goes according to the plan that you have in your head.
All right, so look, first bullet point is why is it hard to call a friend or a loved one out on their bullshit?
Because we're afraid to hurt their feelings. That's all. We're afraid to hurt them with the truth.
So we doing it out of love?
Yeah. I would prefer to be corrected out of a place of love. I have certain friends that are like true friends, niggas that I consider not even friends but family at this point in my life. And when I'm on some bullshit and they see that I'm on some bullshit, a nigga may pick up the phone and be like, hey, I heard something you said on the podcast. You know you're on some fuck shit for that, and that shit was wrong as fuck. And I take that I'm accepting to it because that's somebody I care about, and I know they giving me the truth with shit. I say a lot of wild shit on this motherfucker.
It's only 2 people that didn't check me on some shit I done said on the podcast.
Okay.
And nobody else says anything. Some of the shit that I listen back, like I mean,
it's tongue in cheek
like
to a certain extent,
80
but
some of this
sometimes
shit be
I
like-
say some shit. And
Some of this shit be like 80% based in the truth, 20% just kind of turn the shit up just a little bit. And
Yeah.
sometimes just be 100% like, no, I really do feel like this. But one of my homeboys, Marcel, this was like one of my best friends growing up, stayed next door to me and shit. He stayed out of state. We not in contact as much, you know what I'm saying, as we used to be way back in the day. But the nigga, we every once in a while we catch up on the phone, we kick it for an hour or so and shit. And he was like, man, you be really, and it hurt my feelings when not hurt my feelings, but it made me think. He was like, dog, you be really wilding when you be talking about God, Jesus, and church.
you do.
And I thought about it because of my background and how I grew up, right? No one should be able to look at me and feel that I'll be wilding on those particular subjects.
Okay.
Like you should live out certain things through your actions. However, the way it comes across, or this is when I said, like, depending on some things I may say on the podcast, I may not express them how I want to express them.
Yeah.
Or I'll listen back.
Because we're not scripted. We moving and in the moment and shit, and sometimes shit come across in the moment.
I tell you what, and this oftentimes this is what happens. And I listen back to episodes, and Nene called me out on this. Not called me out, but mentioned like, because she know me, she know she know me, right?
Yeah.
So like I can tell you was about to say something else, but you never got to your point. Like I start saying some shit, you know what I'm saying? We bouncing stuff off, and I will literally begin the sentence to say it, and then I'll never say it.
Okay.
And like I damn, I forgot. I actually never said that point. So while we talking, or you may, all right, boom, Dame talking. When he finished, I'll bring this point up. But by that time, we
on
talking about
something
something
else.
else. But in my mind, I've already said the shit. You know what I'm
got
saying?
you.
And so when I listen back, like, oh, that didn't come across as clear as I thought it was, because I thought I explained this. Or I say the shit a little bit more brass, a little bit more crass than most people can
I mean,
handle.
shit, I remember the first time we met one of our partners, Muddy. I had said something in the studio about Jesus can't save you. You here to save yourself.
Oh,
And
yeah, Muddy.
I understand, but Muddy, I understand his relationship with religion because of his father. So I mean, we were able to talk that out, but I mean, he probably thought I was fucking wilding the first time we met each other.
Yeah, man, this young lady, I don't know why, but she thought that I don't know why, but she said she thought that I told her that I didn't believe in God. You know what I'm saying? And I told her we was going to have a conversation about it or whatever. That's not what I said. Totally not what I said.
Right.
But when we finally had a conversation, she brought it up. I was like, because she was like, so why don't you believe in God? I was like, huh? Because it caught me off guard. Like, what? I'm like, I never said that. I'm like, no, yes, you did. Like, no, the fuck I didn't. Like, yeah, like I didn't. But it was interesting. But sometimes we think that we are communicating clearly, and we are not communicating clearly.
Yeah.
So we want to talk about communication and being very straightforward and honest. Why is it hard to call people out on bullshit? I think it's like, I'll give you some. There's not one definite answer because there's a bunch of different answers. One, you may be guilty of the same thing.
True.
So you don't want to feel like a hypocrite. Whether I did the shit too, if I can see where a flaw is at, say something.
Yeah.
I may be the best person to speak on it because I fucked up too. I know.
People don't want to put that spotlight on themselves, and I get that.
Two, people want to be loved.
Facts.
People want to be loved and people want to be liked. And when you call somebody else out on their BS, you risk people not liking you, not loving you, not being looked at in a good light. And that's some very selfish shit. Like it's everything that you do is about yourself.
Yeah.
It's not about the other person.
You want to say everything? That's one of them absolute statements. Not everything you do is for yourself.
What if you find joy in helping other people? Mm-hmm. I find joy in helping other people, but that act gives me joy. So is it really self-serving? Like when I do this, I get endorphins from it. I like helping people, but
maybe what the other person is receiving is much more gratifying
100%.
than what you're giving.
I'm not saying that as in like that's a negative or like some sort of nefarious thing or whatever, but like when you help somebody do something and that's something you enjoy doing, like you get a benefit from it too.
Okay.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like you wouldn't hurt, well, most people wouldn't hurt themselves to go out the way. Some people do. But like a lot of things that you do are self-serving. So you may be being nice to somebody and you could probably really help them, but you don't want to be looked at as a bad person or mean or whatever. So you may not help them. And that's kind of like self-serving, right?
It is. It is. I'm not afraid to call people I love out on their bullshit. Like, because sometimes the shit just needs to be said. I think it's more, I think I don't love you if I let you continue on with your bullshit and let you thinking that you're right or you're doing the right thing. Like, there's love and chastisement. Mm-hmm. There's love and discipline.
Yeah.
And not necessarily like the physical aspect of discipline, but like, because I love you, I'm going to correct you in hopes that you do better moving forward.
Right.
And I would hope that people that love me or care about me would do the same damn thing if they saw me on the edge. I mean, me and you have even had conversation and you be like, nigga, you was wilding. but I know that's not from a place of hurtfulness. I mean, we're genuinely friends outside of the podcast. Yeah. So I understand that, like, when you say certain shit to me, it's coming from a place of love, a place of friendship, and a place of knowing me for the amount of time that we've known each other that, you saw something that may have been ingenuine or you didn't feel that was appropriate for me to say, and you'll, pull me to the side and say it in a loving manner.
Yeah. Also, I kind of think that sometimes we are comfortable with the relationships that you have with some people. This person adds something into your life. And if I tell them and call them on their bullshit, they may withdraw themselves from me.
Facts.
And like, I'm going to deal with this shitty person because I want this person in my life. I don't want to lose this person.
I don't want shitty ass people in my life though.
I don't know. I mean, because you may. Cause
how good is that vagina?
Well, not on that aspect, because I know I'm cool. Everybody that I'm cool with and friends with.
Yeah. Some of them are just terrible people.
Everybody that I'm cool with or friends with or people I call my brothers and all that shit, like everybody is not on top of the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody don't
They ain't all angels.
They not angels. They don't play by the legal rules. Some of them are very deep in illegal shit.
I got a situation I got to deal with tomorrow, and I know there's a set of friends that I'm going to make some calls to tonight to help deal with that situation.
Yeah,
and
like
they not to go to church on first Sunday friends.
So what's other people that you deal with? Like, no, this is legitimately my friend, but the way your lifestyle could put
counteractive to mine.
Yeah. However, we got a common ground somewhere, and I think that we be so familiar with that common ground that we don't want to lose that, and maybe we should call them out. Like, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't have shot that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga just stepped on your Air Ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe that was a bad idea. Never happened, by the way. Never happened. Hypothetical.
Never lost.
Number two, which is kind of like number one, why are we hesitant to tell someone how we, well, I don't know. Well, why are we hesitant to tell somebody how we really feel about them?
Because you don't know what their reaction going to be. You don't know how they're going to receive that information. And sometimes you just don't want to deal with that bullshit. There's somebody very close to me that I love to death. Love them to the mud. But I know when I say certain shit, I just don't know what the fuck I'm going to get back. So sometimes, you know what, to save myself the headache, to have a good evening, to have a good conversation, I just let the shit go. Because I ain't got time for it.
I think it's like, for me, I know I cannot anticipate your reaction.
Right.
And I don't think that you are going to accurately anticipate my reaction.
I get what you're saying.
So, like, sometimes if you say some shit, it can't be unsaid, and people be like, well, this shit is going to change forever. What if it don't? Like, all right, I shot my shot, it ain't work out. Like, I'm cool with not, like, I'm not about to act funny and shit. Like,
yeah,
I can be cool. Can you be cool? You know what I'm saying?
And I feel you on that because I've had people that I've dated, and for the most part, dating and relationships typically don't turn out the way you want them to. Like, that's why most of us ain't in relationships or ain't married, because we shoot our shots. Shit happens. You may date somebody, and you might figure out what you were attracted to, what you were infatuated with in the beginning isn't genuine. It isn't long lasting. It isn't long standing. I've dated people, and not to say it wasn't genuine, but I mean, feelings didn't develop at the same time. They didn't grow at the same rate. I still run into them, and when I see them on my end, ain't no animosity, ain't no funny feelings. Like, I get it. Shit just didn't work how we may have anticipated that it would, but we can still be cordial. We can still sit in the same room, and you don't have to worry about me trying to push up on you or say something out of the way. Like, the shit just didn't go, in one direction. That's all.
How much do you put into? So they say past acts is the greatest anticipator of or predictor of future events.
Okay.
So how you reacted in the past. Well, in the past, when I said this happened.
Right.
So if I say this shit again, I'm afraid this might happen again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, we are all creatures of habit in some sense or shape of it. So yeah, I let that be an indicator, because if I said something to you that was say very mild, and you went off the deep end with it, well, when I say some shit that I know was gonna burn you or make you feel a certain way, maybe I don't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
I can just let it be.
I tell you, I used to suffer from this often, but the book, The Four Agreements, kind of helped me with that shit. And it pretty much basically, like, nothing is about you. It's always about them. So whatever I say to you, no matter if I say, dog, you a piece of shit, and then you flip out and you angry and you start crying and you run out the room, that's not my fault, dog. Now, I know it may appear.
No, I feel exactly what you're saying.
It may appear that that's my fault because I said it and then that was the next reaction. But what really is the issue is it's all on you. Because
is that you are really a piece of shit.
No, whatever has happened into your life that led you up into that moment, that when you heard that, it impacted you that way. You had no control over the 13 other people that's told them that you a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You had no control over
this time was the one
situation.
that was the tipping point.
Yeah, but that's not about me. That's about you, how you reacted to that information. And once I was able to understand that if a relationship don't work out, or if a job don't work out, or if a situation don't work out, it's not about me. Mm-hmm. Even though that person say something directly to me, it's about them. So that kind of helps me maneuver through that second one. Because I used to care, and I've been caring less lately. Less and less.
It's easier that way.
It really is. All right, so how can we, why we so hesitant to give a no because I don't want to as the real reason why we decline?
I am not. If I don't want to do some shit, I ain't even going to bullshit you like I'm going to be there. Nope. You ain't coming. And I don't respond to why not.
In all cases?
Yeah.
I don't know, Dan.
Well, mate, no, I take that back. I take that back because my boss invited me to something last week, and I just gave her a bullshit reason why I couldn't come. But I ain't want to deal with that shit.
Yeah,
I ain't want to fuck. So it was a community involved. It was a community involvement event, but it involved dogs. And my theory with dogs are just like kids. I like mine. I don't like other people's.
I'm about to adopt a dog, by the way.
Oh, good for you.
I'm coming off the midnight shift. I'm about to be out here.
Okay. You living your best life.
Living a normal life in about
How does that shit
so.
feel, my nigga? You've been on midnights for like years.
3 years. No, over 3 years, actually. I've been working midnights, you know what I'm saying? And anyway, we'll get to this later. You know what I'm saying?
But nah, I did glaze her over with some bullshit answer. But like people I know personally, like there's certain shit I just don't want to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to get up early to come to brunch because I don't like it, and I don't want to sit with your bougie ass friends. No.
I tell you what, dog. You've seen all the memes and the cliches and shit about learning to say no. That's a difficult thing to do.
It is. It's definitely a skill trait.
Yeah. It's a skill not for me to offer up information sometimes to certain people if you care about their feelings, because I just think about what you're thinking on the other end of that text message. Mm-hmm. But now that I leave my text on read, I stop caring less and less. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
because leaving your shit on read make you a cold-hearted motherfucker.
it really do seem that way, but I don't care no more. And my shit is on red, fam.
Yeah.
I've read it.
I got it.
I read it.
I got it. I looked at it.
Niggas text me like, "Hey, did you get my message?" That shit
You
said
saw
red.
it. You saw it.
Though
It said delivered and it told you what time I read it. So you know I did.
Though I do got an Apple Watch, so I will clear a fucking message off my watch, and it would say red when I never.
I don't have an Apple Watch, but I will open up this phone, look at your motherfucking message, and set this bitch right back down and go back to watching TV.
But this giving no, I'm straight. I've been practicing that shit at work. I'm fucking amazing with that shit at work. No. To the point where they just don't ask me shit. We are no.
Jay, you want to work Saturday?
No. Can't
Want to cover Karen?
No. Can't do it.
Got those TPS reports?
Put the cover sheet on those TPS reports, please.
No.
But I be thinking like, because normally, in the past, you typically give an explanation. No, I can't make it because of. That's why, like, I hate when motherfuckers hit me up like, "What you doing?"
Nah, I hate being backed into that conversation.
What you doing on Thursday? What the fuck do you want me to do on Thursday?
Right.
Like, don't hit me when I was like, "What you need, dog?
Hey, ain't you off on Thursdays?
What you want, man?"
Hey, don't you still got a truck?
I got rid of my fucking truck, which I'm mad now. I don't get my fucking pickup back, dog. Because
niggas will call you with that shit. Hey, no, you still got that pickup truck? So I got this refrigerator in Pontiac.
Fam, I had a lot of fucking friends when I had my fucking pickup.
I bet you
Everybody
did.
hit me with sob stories. Hey man, what's going on? How your day going? Like, fam, don't butter me up, nigga. Ask me what you need to ask me, fam.
I hate when niggas hit you with the humble voice on shit.
What's up, man? So what's going on in work? One of my homeboys do that shit all the time, and I make fun of him for doing that shit, and I know why he does it because he thinks it's rude to just call somebody and just ask him for something. Like he really thinks that's rude.
I mean, it is, but that's just what people do.
Yeah, but usually time when they butter you up, it's like it's fake. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's ingenuine as fuck.
Yeah.
And I'm like Judy with the shit. Don't small talk me.
Yeah.
Like, let's just get to the meat and potatoes of this shit.
So-
what are you asking me to do so I can decide right now?
He really only want to get it passed because he has an issue with just calling somebody and asking for something.
Okay.
So he gotta like
work his way up to
hope
it.
all is well with you, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, cool. Now on the other hand, I'm thinking like, all right, this nigga could get to it, but whatever. I'm cool with that. Other than that, dog, don't hit me with the what you doing on Thursday?
Hey man, I'm moving from to a new apartment and I need somebody to help me move. I'm like, nah, my nigga. Like certain shit you can just call me with and we can just get it over with plain and simple. I put it out there like this. I don't do manual labor shit.
What you mean?
I don't like cutting grass. I don't like lifting shit. I don't like fixing shit. I don't want to help you move.
Well, damn, you're not that savvy on the computer either, nigga. So fuck do you do? Nigga?
I talk shit behind this motherfucking mic, and I do that shit very motherfucking well.
You look like a fucking dad behind a computer and shit, dog.
Nigga, I type with 2 fingers.
Like,
the pointer on each one.
This nigga not technical. He ain't doing no manual labor. Like, goddamn.
I'm good at making babies and talking shit.
So look, man. The next
And
one,
fucking single mothers.
why are we hesitant to say I love you, I appreciate you, or I'm proud of you just because?
I don't know. For me, after having kids, I find I just do that shit a lot more often now. Because, like, nigga, I can't even front. Like, first day of school is next week, and I'm going to be a teary-eyed mess on Tuesday. I don't give a fuck. Because I love my kids, and I'm proud as fuck of them.
Right.
And I see them go, like, my oldest going into 10th grade. I've been taking him this first day of school since, like, preschool.
Yeah.
Because his mother always worked at different shifts.
Don't cry on the
I am going to cry, my nigga.
Like,
if you call me Tuesday afternoon, I'm gonna have to send you the voicemail because I can't talk.
he in the 10th grade, nigga.
I don't care. It's my baby.
He about to have a fucking baby himself.
Shut up. I'm too young to be a fucking grandfather.
He about to be a granddaddy.
He's
nigga.
not having sex.
Shit, watch.
I don't want him to fuck.
I'm gonna send him some young girls. Right
Nah,
now,
he got it, dog. He gonna go to school that first day with that ponytail wet and all balled up tight. And I heard him talking to one of his little
slide up like Omarion.
I heard him talking to one of his little homies talking about, it's gonna be brand new girls there on Tuesday. Nigga. So I already know where his focus is.
He on the hunt.
Don't-
He on the hunt.
Hey man, just be on the hunt in them grades. I can't be a grandfather because I can't help you.
Yeah.
I can't help you. I'm still in the thick of this shit myself. Like, and they'll make me pay child support for your fucking baby.
Who the last person that you just called and like, I love you, I appreciate you, just cause?
I got a good friend of mine, my friend Desantis, and man, she a single mother and she do it. You know what I'm saying? Like her son, was somebody I look at as like my nephew. Like he on top of the ball. He about to start high school with my son. They both gonna be going to the same school together. I've seen her like make miracles out of nothing. You know, and just be an incredible single mother, an incredible mother, and just a human being. And I'm really proud of her because I've known her literally since I was like 15. I've seen her struggles. I've seen her come out of them and just be an incredible woman. I have an ex of mine that I'll call up occasionally and just tell her that I'm proud of her because she's a single mother of 3 kids. You know, her oldest daughter, you know, she was a teenage mother of 2 children. Her oldest daughter is at Michigan State now. Her other daughter's going to graduate this year. And I've seen her literally make something out of nothing and turn her life around completely. And I'm absolutely proud of her. Started her own business. So, I mean, there are women in my life. There are people in my life that I can, and it's no hate. Like, I'm genuinely proud of and I'm happy for them.
Man, it is. I got a lot of folks like that, but I don't necessarily call them out the blue and say that.
Got to give people their flowers, man.
Facts. So we've been trying a new thing where we've been trying to do that on everybody's birthday. Just let them know. You know what I'm saying? Because like niggas, you won't like so when the homie's birthday come through, I'm posting niggas up like shout out to blah blah blah, and then in our group chat and just in general, we always hang out and everything. Make sure we give them their flowers and shit. That's some shit that the girls do, but the niggas don't really do that a lot.
No, we don't.
You know what I'm saying? And I think we should because the only time that you post your homeboys shouldn't be when they die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's your mans that y'all been down for 15, 20, 25 years and shit, like, don't be the nigga that's posting. Now that he gone, now you posting all your throwback Thursday pictures with y'all in them bitches together and shit. Like, don't let that be the case. I know I got, like, a lot of female friends, and sometimes signals can get crossed. You know what I'm saying? And like I just be being nice. And now you think I'm
look at this thirsty ass nigga Jason trying to get some pussy.
Now you think I'm in love with you and shit. But like I just really think you out here grinding and shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
I feel you.
I'm not in love with you, but
not even secretly.
Pause. I felt uncomfortable, dog.
I'm proud of you, bro.
I'm proud of you too, brother. I mean, all them damn kids, and you still making it to work every day. Like,
hey, man. gotta keep FOC fed,
you know
my nigga.
Saying? You still make it up in this bitch every Friday. You know what I'm saying? So
this is my solace.
You know
this is my safe place. I can come here and say whatever I want.
But I was thinking about like, damn, dog. I think I'm stuck doing this podcast forever. Like, fuck am I gonna do if I didn't do the podcast? Like, I will feel a void if I didn't get to talk on the microphone.
But eventually we're gonna grow and do something different. I still
want to be able to give the people the podcast, no matter what I'm doing.
Yeah, but maybe we'll do it with less frequency. We'll do it twice a month or once a month. Like it'll be an event.
Like so
we'll have some other shit going on. Because
I'll put it like this. Once we sign this TV deal, I'm just gonna keep throwing that shit in the air. Once we sign this TV deal for all these different projects I'm working on, and I'm able to put out content on a consistent basis on high quality content, I'm low-key, I'm still gonna do the podcast. Like shit happens that I want to get out, but you know,
but it ain't gonna be every week because you're gonna be in New York. I'm gonna be in Cali. Like shit'll be different.
Hey,
but
when the bag come in, you know what I'm saying. I mean, it's a studio somewhere. You know what I'm saying. Niggas don't gotta be in the same studio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. You got an hour, pick up the phone, somebody, but that's what it is. But put like this, I think we need to do that more. I think we need to tell people how we feel about them, express them, family members. Cause like, don't be crying at your aunt's funeral all tough and you ain't talked to her in months.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sitting on some old beef or some old unsettled feelings, and you ain't picked up the phone because we often act like we got tomorrow. I can take care of it later.
Yeah.
I can do it a week from now. I'll reach out to her next month. And we don't know. Like, we don't know when any of us is going to punch the clock and be up out of here. Like, I'm grateful that I can wake up every day or come here on my Fridays and we can kick it and do this. But it's no guarantee that come next Friday, either one of us is still going to be above the dirt.
Yeah. Hey, man, this next one, man, is one that I need help in. And it's ask for help. Like,
okay.
Why are we so...
Because we're afraid of other people's opinions and how they're going to look at us. Like, people feel like asking for help is a sign of weakness. But you can't do it all by yourself. There's no one-man team.
So I'll share some of my personal struggles. Is that I'm always available for assistance. I'm always available for help. I don't turn my fucking ringer off for the most part. Like my phone, I have a fear of not being there for somebody when they call me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I try to make myself available for all my friends and my family and things of that nature. But conversely, I don't want to be a burden on nobody. And when I help people, I literally don't think of that as a burden. So I don't understand why I have this, why I think.
Because you view your own personal struggles or dealings as something completely different. You know, if you are a giving person, you don't mind giving, but it may be hard for you to receive or to ask for those things that you give to other people. I know I've been in struggles. You know, I got a partner of mine. I love him to death. It's like a brother to me. And I remember I had a legal struggle last year and something I was going through, and I was just calling him just to vent, you know, just to kind of talk about the shit. And he just straight up hit me up. He was like, "Do you need something? Like, is it financial?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm not calling you asking you for money or asking you for help. But like, hell yeah, that should have eased it up. Like that nigga sent $1,000 to my account like within the hour. And I mean that shit helped me get out of a bind like in the interim. It helped me with my legal situation in the interim, but I wasn't asking anybody for the money. Because in my mind, like I got myself into this shit. I can figure it the fuck out and get myself out of it. But he heard a genuine need in my voice. Not even that I was asking for the help. He knew that he could help. He was in a better financial position than I was at the time. Sent me the cash and he was like, "I know you'll get it back to me. Don't worry about that. Get yourself out of the position that you in right now."
Man, this asking for help shit, man, it be like kind of twofold. One, I be thinking that don't nobody want to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be a bother and I ain't trying to fuck with you. But depending on what it is, like I'll ask my dad in a minute for some help building some shit. Like, "Hey, could you come over here and look at this shit? Help me do this. Help me do this." Like, all right, I want to build this such and such, dad, because my fucking dad can make anything. You know what I'm saying?
The whooping house, the belt of doom, the whooping stick of doom.
And now that I think about it, you know what I'm saying? My dad, he a great man, dog.
Yeah.
In real life.
We was raised by real men.
Facts. Like
100%.
Super duper facts. Like my father grew up with Butch Jones and that whole little area all through Dexter and everything, and while everybody was getting money and doing what they wasn't supposed to be doing, this nigga went and got a job at the water department at like 18 and 19. Married my mom, and when he was 19, she was like 18, whatever, and like did the thing.
Yeah.
Like nigga, everybody heard balling, selling drugs at a high rate, making all this fucking money.
And I'm working hard to provide for my family.
Working hard. You know what I'm saying? Until retirement. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, but he made us some wrestling belts. Like we was always into wrestling. So he paint and do all this shit. Like he made the cardboard belts. He painted them bitches and you know what I'm saying? Had them. I don't know why randomly I thought about this. I had totally forgot about this shit. But
you still had his belt.
That's what I was like, Doc, I wonder where these fucking belts at. But I'm sure they're long gone. But he made me and my brother, we both belts because we couldn't buy them bitches. You know what I'm saying? But he made them bitches. They was out of cardboard, but he painted them and the whole nine.
Hey man, they was the real thing. You was WWF champ.
Nigga, you couldn't tell me nothing. So I got and the reason I'm saying I'm pointing to this fucking championship belt I got here in the studio, and it's always with me because I feel like I'm a champion in life.
I mean, we excel at everything. We are above average at everything that we try, and we have never lost.
But I do need to work on this help shit because, like, I know a lot of people, right? Like, I'm a knowable type of person, like I said. And
noble ass, night at the round table ass nigga.
And I don't use my resources.
No, I feel you because sometimes I'd be afraid to ask niggas for them favors because I know everybody's hitting up their line, like asking for something. I
don't ever want to come across as I'm trying to take advantage of you.
Right.
Because no one wants to be, I don't want to be taken advantage of.
But it's not what you know, it's who you know oftentimes. Yeah. And we like being in the podcast, meeting a lot of new people everywhere that we go, making the connections that we have made in the past 2 years. Like sometimes we need to probably just pick up this phone a little bit more and be like, "Hey, yo, I need to get in touch with this nigga because we need to talk to him." And
you know how many times nigga Charlie came in like, "Look, nigga, whoever you want in the city, if you want them to come on your show, just give me a call and I will put them on your show.
I mean, we're going to use that once, you know.
You know what I'm
Once
saying?
that situation changes, we definitely going to use it because I still want to get. It's a lot of Detroit legends that I need to talk to. Shit, the Twins even knocked off DDT.
Yeah.
And that was somebody that we've been
Well,
talking
he
to
said-
for
he
a
was like,
long
man,
time.
Yeah, he said like, yo, he wanted to do this show. We've been asking him to do this show for a minute. So he said he in the neighborhood. He right around the corner. He said, let us know. And he'll do it. So,
We about to have them on there.
but I wanted to wait a little while because I didn't
Let
want,
they show, give them some time to breathe.
because I don't want to remember the questions and shit there. I wanted to be fresh. I wanted to be different. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? So I'll wait a little while. Why? This is tough for me. Why are we so hesitant to openly celebrate our wins?
I'm not hesitant to celebrate my wins because I want you to know that I'm shitting on you every day in life. Dame is a champion.
So look, I just be playing most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't. When I get the bag, a motherfucker gonna know. I'm gonna show you what new money look like.
no, that's not what I'm saying. I remember somebody said, like, they started listening to the podcast, like, well, I didn't know Jason was this arrogant or this something or whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't get them type of statements. Niggas know I'm arrogant as fuck.
I just really be playing. You
I
know what I'm
don't. I
saying?
don't. I want niggas
Nah,
to know I want to win.
Now, granted, I really do think I do think I'm better than you.
There's a lot of niggas doing the
But-
same thing that I think that we are better than. And if you ask me my honest opinion, I don't have no problem giving it.
It's hard for me. It's hard for me to just sit down like, hey man, these are the things that I'm great at. These are the things I want. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to do it for the business.
Yeah.
For things of that nature. And it's not a bad thing. Like, it's not a bad thing.
Hell no, nigga. We worked hard.
Yeah.
We worked fucking hard.
So that's something I'm trying to get used to.
We went from 30 listens a week to a couple thousand a week. Like, my nigga, we put in work. We went from recording out of
On the iPad.
out of the crib to having our second studio. Like, nigga, we did this. Like, we worked hard for this shit. And you can't take this shit away from me.
Yeah. But openly celebrate our wins, man. I don't ever want to feel like I'm trying to tell you that I'm better than you. Like, as in, like,
What's the reason for the belt? Because we the champs.
well, I mean, that's like on the, like I'm not a better person than you.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that at all, that I don't
And that
feel like
sometimes-
I'm a better person than someone, but I know that I got that shit tatted on my arm. Hard work. I work fucking hard
Facts.
to get the things that I have, to earn the things that I've earned, and to have the lifestyle that I choose to live. And I don't shy away from that shit at all.
Yeah.
When I walk into work 2 hours late, like, bitch, I worked hard to get in this position. And if my boss ain't say shit, don't say shit to me.
It's something I'm gonna work on that I've been trying to consciously work on. But like some things that we do, I want people to know about. I just don't want to be too too self-serving. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm here to serve others. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All right, last one, man. Why is it so hard to admit when we're wrong?
Well, I'm typically only wrong twice a year at best.
And listen,
So,
man,
I mean, is
I've been wrong 6 times in my entire life. I wrote them all down in a very small sticky note. You know what I'm saying? I do have a book called Shit I Was Right About, Volume 1.
oh
through
man,
4.
that shit a pamphlet.
I got
that shit a pamphlet.
a book called Shit I Was Right About. But listen, dog, I don't have a problem admitting when I was wrong. If I feel that I was wrong.
Okay. So it's got to be twofold. I got to know I had to feel I was wrong.
Like,
You got to call me out on it, and I have to feel I was wrong.
I gotta agree with you, okay? Because if I don't agree that I was wrong, I mean, what are we doing here? It's like, no, but if you've prided yourself in being correct, like I've been. Also, listen, I didn't stay in some bad relationships before because I didn't want to feel like I was a failure. Like I wanted this shit to work.
But that relationship was failing like a motherfucker.
Yeah, but I didn't want to admit that I was wrong. I said this shit was gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? Or you trying to prove other friends wrong, like, oh, you know that shit ain't gonna work out. You know this nigga, da, 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 da. And you end up staying in some shit longer enough because you just don't want to admit, like, nigga, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I made the wrong decision with this shit. Like I chose to do A. I should have did B, so I'm just gonna stick with A and try to make this shit work.
She was the wrong one.
Wrong. And I do. Sometimes you got me like, fuck. Guess what? Fuck it. I was wrong. Yes. Give me the public ridicule because it's the whole little. It's a saying.
I told you something, nigga. I told you.
Was at work tonight? This morning, matter of fact, and one of my employees was like, I bet you as hell trying to date Jason because he think he always right. I was like, no, I don't think I'm always right. I will say I'm wrong to the motherfucker. Because if you get the impression that you always right, now that's hard to live down, man.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's wrong as hell.
It's just hard to live down. Either one, you always gonna be expected to have the answer to everything. I was in a relationship one time with a person who thought I knew everything. So random people giving my number to people having to call me. Yeah, such and such gave me your number because she said you can possibly like. Hold on, fam. I'm a jack of most trades. But that's just some shit that you'll never live down in an argument. Nigga, you always think you're right.
Facts.
You gotta humble yourself. Fall on the sword. I'm gonna lie and say I was wrong when I know I was right.
Okay. But, I mean, I'll admit that I'm wrong, but like it. I'll be honest. It take a lot
it's
for me
to. It's an ego thing.
Yeah,
right? It's an ego thing. You want to be right. You think you researched it. Whatever the fuck.
I hate to be loud and wrong,
nigga.
That's the worst thing to be is be loud, proud, and wrong as fuck.
So check this out. I will say this was one shit I was wrong about, and I admit when I'm wrong.
Okay.
All right. And my whole boy Norm, Pete brother, he came to the event that we had here, and we used to be arguing all the fucking time because
that's what you do.
The nigga think he know everything, right? And I think I know everything allegedly. But we was arguing over some slave shit, you know what I'm saying? And this was, I don't know, it's damn near 10 years ago. But he was like, no, nigga, America had the less amount of slaves. All the slaves really went via the Caribbean islands and all the other shit. And he was breaking down like, you know what I'm saying? The cotton shit was one thing, but the main import-export was like sugar cane. You know what I'm saying? That was through the Bahamas and all the islands and shit like that. And like whatever, nigga. You don't know what you're talking about. I forget what my argument was, but I remember reading the shit and the nigga ended up being like 100% correct. Like in every single category, he was statistically correct. And I just had to go I called the nigga and apologize. Like, look, nigga, remember that time that he was right. I was wrong.
So let me ask you this. When you wrong, say like you out in public or it's a group of us and you stand on your soapbox on something.
Yeah.
And then I text you like the next week, like, hey, my nigga, read this article. And I'll point out where you was wrong as fuck. Do you apologize publicly?
I apologize on the podcast.
Okay.
I mean, that's
about as good as it's going to get.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, nigga, I was wrong.
Okay, fair enough. That's public enough.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I was wrong. You were right. I'll eat the crow. You know what I'm saying?
I've had to apologize on the podcast once or twice.
Yeah.
I've been loud and wrong.
Hey, that's a hell of a combination, dog.
It is. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to commit to the bullshit.
Loud and wrong. Shit.
Wrong is two left shoes.
Yeah, man.
It'll still be standing on that soapbox preaching to the choir.
Yeah, man.
So shout out to what was the young lady's name that gave us the list?
Alicia Price.
Okay, shout out to her. This is a good.
It was a really dope. I hope she listens. I hope she enjoys.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was really dope. She's a dope photographer, by the way.
Okay. She can shoot us. We need a photo shoot.
We do. Maybe I'll ask.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
Yeah.
I got somebody that's gonna style me. Because the liquor store legend is gonna be suited and booted.
Okay.
On you hoes, because I am a handsome nigga and something that I'm throwing into the atmosphere. I want to do some modeling in 2019.
Okay.
It's random as fuck.
I'm gonna let you rock, dog. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna let you rock, man. Go ahead.
I want to take my shirt off.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Show these tattoos.
Now you jumping out the window and shit. Nigga. I'm trying to let you rock.
Loud and wrong. Loud and wrong as fuck.
Next week, tune in for the apology.
Right. Shit. Every week is Dame going wild.
No. Man,
it's not time for the Benny.
No, man. I gotta do.
Oh man. Whose man's?
Yeah, I gotta get a whose man's this, but I do technically have to pause this shit for a hot second. because I got to find the audio for this shit.
Okay.
So hold on. All right, I got my shit together now. Now, this week, there was a black man who got the GOP primary for governor of Florida, Andrew Gilliam. Reminds me of Mays Gilliam from Head of State, you know what I'm saying, the first black president. But we have Florida's GOP gubernatorial nominee, Ron DeSantis, who had a couple things to say about Mr. Gilliam. So I'm just going to go ahead and play this because this is whose man's is this.
Okay.
Well, look, I mean, this is Florida elections are always competitive, and this is a guy who, although he's much too liberal for Florida, I think he's got huge problems with how he's governed Tallahassee. He is an articulate spokesman for those far left views, and he's a charismatic candidate. And I watched those Democrat debates. None of that was my cup of tea, but I mean, he performed better than the other people there. So we've got to work hard to make sure that we continue Florida going in a good direction. Let's build off the success we've had on Governor Scott. The last thing we need to do is to monkey this up by trying to embrace a socialist agenda with huge tax increases and bankrupting the state. That is.
All right, man. So listen.
Monkey it up.
Before then, like I know all the code language or the signs that they do. It's first he's very articulate. Then he said very enthusiastic. He gave a great performance. And then the last thing we need to do is to monkey this thing up when referencing the black man for the governor of Florida. Whose man's is this? Like, this is blatant racism. Like, it's like almost laughable. They used to hide it, but now it's just so over. Like,
Trump has made it comfortable for racists to come out.
Like, I laughed when I seen this shit. Like, it was like one of those sad laughs. Like, wow. Like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you monkey this up.
Yeah.
And then it's like, listen, at first I'm thinking like, you know what? It wasn't going to be whose man's is this, because I'm like, I don't want to give somebody that much power for me to be triggered by saying a few words. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I feel
when it's appropriate, it's appropriate.
Sometimes I just feel like I'll be getting on my ignorant shit and like, let me start talking shit to y'all. Because I found out what their new word is that they fucking hate. Thanks to Charlamagne.
What's that?
They do not like to be referred to as mayonnaise. I'm talking about they hate this shit, dog.
Mayonnaise music.
Dog, did you be looking at Charlamagne comments, dog?
No.
Or it's dog, they hate that mayonnaise shit. Fucking Hellman flavored. Like, they really, really hate that. They be calling in the Breakfast Club talking about, I hate when you talk about the mayonnaise shit. So listen, next time you want to monkey some shit up, I'm like, well, look, I don't want to mayonnaise this whole Detroit mayoral candidate up. Too much mayonnaise here and mayonnaise there. But long story short, who mans is this? Fuck Ron Santanis or whatever the fuck his name is. Your name
Desantis.
Nigga, your name not that important, fam. We're not friends. We're never gonna be friends. First off, fuck your bitch and the clique you claim. We riding with the black nigga in Florida, and the damn thing changed.
Okay.
Bars.
He would be the first African-American governor in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
And the way that Florida is going, they need a change.
Yes, because Florida is the craziest place in the United States.
I'm thinking the east side of Detroit might be a close second.
So, random. Remember last week we was talking about like Montana and Iowa and all the motherfuckers in them cheap-ass dates, South Dakota and shit like that? So I was randomly looking at some stats. You know that motherfucker is 96.2% white? The state.
96.
The state.
Damn, that's a staggering statistic. So, I mean, nigga, you could go years without seeing another black person.
Nigga, you may go your whole entire life.
Nah, I want to live there. I'm straight. I ain't trying to live nowhere where it's 96% the other.
So, like, my homeboy that I went to the wedding from last week and shit, right? Mm-hmm. He got a job on Iowa, and Iowa is 92.9% white. I'm like, nigga, that got to be like the whitest state in the country. But my Vermont is 96.2% white. Maine is 95.5% white. New Hampshire is 95% white. Wyoming 91% white. Minnesota 90% white. Like, that's why them niggas so Republican.
Yeah.
So think
it
about
makes
this.
a lot of fucking sense.
If 96% of your state is white, you got to have other races in that bitch. So the other 3.5% is like 1% black, some Spanish, some Chinese.
It's a mix.
96% white, nigga.
Your whole state is mayonnaise, my nigga. Your whole state is Heinz whip.
No wonder the date's so cheap out there.
What the fuck are we doing?
Niggas cattle? Shit, I don't- Jesus
we
Christ.
cow tipping. That's a date.
Anyway, man. Cow tipping for real. Still tipping on folks.
Yeah, man. Fuck that.
Shout out to everybody who thought I really had a job offer for them. I had posted my job is hiring $20 an hour.
You too young if you don't know that number.
Call Mike Jones 281-330-8004.
If you don't know that number, you too young.
Like facts, dog. Like niggas was Facebook messaging me like, "Hey yo, where you work at?" I'm like, nigga, you like a year younger than me, fam. Why don't you? And you make beats, like you a rapper, nigga. Like why don't you? I didn't respond. Like I'm not. Don't talk to me no more.
As soon as I saw the number, I knew what it was.
281-330-8004.
Call Mike Jones.
Anyway, man, let's get this benediction popping, fam.
Okay, it's Dame going wild on everything that matters. Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat every now and again. Holla at your mans.
Jay Johnson 313. Follow Shop Talk Podcast on Instagram. The Shop Talk Pod on Twitter. You gotta fuck with This Week in Culture.
Yeah.
Shout out to Trinidad and
I love Ant Show.
And it's the last week episode was pretty fucking funny, dog. Power was slapping, but you gotta fuck with This Week in Culture. It's talks about everything that happened in the culture as far as television, film, and things of that nature. But
what are you gonna do when power go off?
We got Insecure, you got Power, you got a bunch of different shit.
Okay.
But
I don't watch a lot of TV, so I mean, maybe I don't really know. I ain't watching none of Insecure this season, really.
Yeah. So Insecure will probably get a wrap up this week. Do 2 episodes because it's a 30-minute show, so 2 episodes at a time per episode. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
But check out This Week in Culture. Reason I brought that up is if you go to the website shoptalkpod.com, you will see This Week in Culture up there. You'll also see the Seriously Funny podcast up there. They just had X Factor in this week. They've had a whole bunch of fucking guests, which is a really dope show. If you go to the website,
Sierra keep a good guest on her show.
Yeah, if you go to the website, you'll see a bunch of the shows here. And coming very soon, as in when I say soon, like within the next 7 to 10 days, it's going to be another podcast channel for you. Shop Talk Podcast Studio page is popping, and everybody who records out of here is going to be uploading there. So if you want to get some fire shit in one location, listen to that.
Yeah, we're going to put it together. All in one place. There's no excuse now.
Networking. Bitch.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we the Rockefeller podcast, but we are Jane Dame.
Hell yeah.
Peace.